Hello, it's Jeanette with Amazing Paper Crafts. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm back with another video tutorial, and this time I'm going to show you how I put together this cute little purse pillow box. Isn't this really cute? And look at those embellishments. Inside the box I have a couple of treats. You can put, I have a Ghirardelli's chocolate square and also a York peppermint patty. And I think 2 Ghirardelli's would probably fit in there. Maybe even some Hershey nuggets. But that's what I put in here. And this is a little thank you gift that I'm going to be giving a friend of mine. But I want to show you that I used all of the, or a lot of the embellishments from a kit called For the Love of Felt. Okay, and it comes in this really cool box, and you get envelopes, you get card bases, you get embellishments, you get these little felt embellishments and sequins and thread, and oh my goodness, just everything to make some really beautiful cards. Now I have made a couple of cards from this kit. These are the 2 cards that I made from the kit. Oop, I don't know where this plastic came from, but okay. See this? Okay, aren't they pretty cards? And look at the dimension on these. This kit is just absolutely fabulous. And I had it for a while and didn't really play with it, and just until the other day when I was making the cards, and then I thought, well, what else can I do with this kit besides make those beautiful cards? These embellishments are just too cute just for cards. So I thought, well, let me put a little pillow purse together, and I'll show you how I did this. And this isn't my idea as far as the way you make this. I'll put the name of the person that I'm casing across the screen. This was a video from a couple of years ago. But basically, you're just using the card base that's in the kit. You've got 3 card bases to choose from, and I'm going to go ahead and use this one like I did with the other one. Now with that kit, not with the kit, but along with the kit, you can also purchase the For the Love of Felt stamp set. Okay, and that kind of coordinates with this kit. And I love this stamp set. I love all of the stamps that are in there. 3 sentiments and a few, a flower and leaf and scroll, and just beautiful. Okay, so the first thing I need to do though is I need to do some trimming on here. I'm going to bring out our brand new Stampin' Up! Trimmer, available November 1st. If you don't already have yours, it is now available. And now what I'm going to do is I am going to take this, and with the fold on the right side of me, I'm going to measure up to the 1 1/4 inch on this side, okay? And I'm going to just score it. All right, now I'm going to flip it over and do the same thing. I'll score the other side, 1 1/4. Okay, and now that I've got that done, I am going to go to the 3/4 inch on this side here, and I'm going to take my scoring blade, and I'm just going to make just a little bit of a niche right here on the fold. Then I'm going to move my scoring blade out of the way. I'm going to bring up my cutting blade, and I'm going to be cutting just down to that score line. Okay, and then you have this little mark here that you can see just exactly where you're cutting. And I don't want to cut beyond the score line, but right at it. And I'm going to turn this around like that, and I'm going to do the same thing. I am going to move this to the 3/4 inch. 3/4 inch. I'm going to cut down to the score line. Okay, pick this up and bring the your scoring blade, and just give that a little bit of a score right here, just to mark the middle on this side. And you'll see why I need that little score mark here. So I've got that little niche on both sides here, right at the 3/4 inch line, and I've got these 2 things that I've just cut out. Now I'm going to put this away for now, and I'm going to take these little flaps that I just made and just cut them off right at the score line. Right there. Okay, and right here. I'm basically cutting that score line completely off. And so now you're left with this. Throw that away. And your opening should be at the top like that, okay? And now what you want to do is, I guess you can kind of tape these to get closed now. I'm going to just go ahead and use snail adhesive, but you can also use glue. Let me bring out my silicone craft sheet because I don't want to get adhesive on the surface here. And I am just going to tape as close to the score line as you can and make sure you get those edges really good. And I'm going to give this adhesive all the way through. Okay. Yep, there we go. All right, and now I'm just going to fold this shut like that. Okay. And now the next thing you need to do, I'm going to leave my silicone craft sheet here just to give me a little cushion when I do my other scoring. You're going to need to find something that's going to make a nice oval here. And I want to let you know that the bigger your circle, you need to find something round, perfectly round. The bigger your circle, the narrower your pouch is. In other words, this part here. So if you want it a little bit fatter, then you're going to use a smaller circle. Now, the circle that I have, something that I cut out, is 5 inches. Now, you can use 6 inches too, but I would recommend nothing smaller than 5 inches. And so what I'm going to do with this is I am going to take my pencil and I am going to find that little niche that I made here. And I'm going to line up, I actually have this marked on my circle where I need to draw. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pencil and I'm just going to draw this. This is where I'm going to be cutting my oval. Okay. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. I'm going to match this up. I want just a little bit of I want to be able to see that score line there when I draw, and just a tiny little bit of that corner showing. And my pencil is going to go like right here and right there, okay? And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this in the opposite way, matching my little marks on my circle here. Now I did these little marks on my circle the first time just to kind of give me a guide. I'm going to take my stylus from my Simply Scored scoring tool and I'm going to use this small ball and I am just going to make a score line here just to round it. And I'm going to do this on all 4 sides, back and front. Okay. I guess I'll do it this way first. and then I'm going to go ahead and cut it, and then I'll do the other 2 score lines in the back. Okay, so taking it here. Okay, and now I'm going to go ahead and do my cutting. And I'm just going to cut that pencil mark completely off. Okay, there we go. This is what you're going to end up with, okay? Now on the other side, I want to make my score lines. Okay, so now I want to take this and I want to just line it up. I really don't need those marks right now, although I should probably still use them. Yes, I'll use the marks just to make sure that I'm symmetrical. Okay, and we are going to make this score line with our stylus. I'm going to do a double take there. Okay, and we're going to do it again on the other side. And I know that there are punches that you can purchase that will actually just make one of these pillow boxes. But I thought this was a really cute idea, a cute design. And so now what I'm going to do is I am going to open this up, and I am going to give those lines a fold. Now you've got all your lines folded. Now what I also want to do is I want to take a little 1/2 inch hole punch. I'll decide what is my front and what is my back. Okay, I decided that this one here. I'll show you how I did that. I'm going to take the smallest oval and I'm going to center it the best I can. In between here, up and down, center it the best you can. Okay. And once you've got that centered, you can take it to your die cutting machine and cut it out. Okay. But I'm going to put a little piece of repositionable tape just to make sure that it stays where I want it. Okay, so gently peel that back. Okay. I love that repositionable tape, but sometimes it can stick too much. So you got to be gentle when you're peeling it back. Okay. And still taking off some of that residue from the glue. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it back with some lovely lipstick cardstock. Now let's see what we're going to do about making a handle. What I have is the layered ovals. Now you get the scallops and you also get just the regular ovals. And I'm going to take the smallest oval and I am going to do a little decoration like I did with this one here. I'll show you how I did that. I'm going to take the smallest oval and I'm going to center it the best I can. In between here, up and down, center it the best you can. Okay. And once you've got that centered, you can take it to your die cutting machine and cut it out. Okay. But I'm going to put a little piece of repositionable tape just to make sure that it stays where I want it. Okay, so gently peel that back. Okay. I love that repositionable tape, but sometimes it can stick too much. So you got to be gentle when you're peeling it back. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it back with some lovely lipstick cardstock, and I'm going to cut a hole, and then I'm going to come back with the scallop part and then cut so that I can have a nice little scallop decoration around that opening. Okay, so I have the first opening there, and now I'm going to take my scallop oval and I am going to try to center this the best I can so I can take it back to the die cutting machine and cut that out, and we'll have a nice little scallop frame for that opening. Okay, and so here's our frame. Isn't that cute? There we go. Now I think I'm going to use some multi-purpose liquid glue for this, my Tombow Mono adhesive. You could also use your fine tip glue pen if you'd like. And I just want to make sure that it stays put. Now you can do two of these, one for the back and one for the front. I'm just showing you the front for now. I'll probably do the back later before I give it to her. So it doesn't look weird that I only have the decoration in the front. Okay. And now I've got this. I'm looking at it sideways so I can see. Make sure that it's centered and even. Okay. All right, now let's work on stamping this part here. Now that we've got all that other stuff done, I guess I'll leave my silicone craft sheet here while I do my stamping. Okay, I'm going to be using a couple of the elements from this For the Love of Felt stamp set. It is sold separate from the rest of the kit, but you're going to want it because it is so nice. There's such beautiful decorations and designs on here, and I love the sentiments, every one of them. So first I'm going to stamp the sentiment, and with that I'm going to be using my lovely lipstick ink, and I've got this already on my pad, on my block. Excuse my blocks, they're a little bit on the muddy side. Okay, and now I'm going to do this right on the corner, but I want to be cognizant of that score line there. I don't want to stamp beyond it, so I have to just make sure that it's like right in here. Okay, I'm pulling that up, and I'm going to have to stand up so I can see, and so that my head does not get in the way. And I want this to be right about there. There we go. Beautiful stamp, beautiful stamp. Okay, and then the next thing I want to do is I want to get out my Sahara sand, and that is the color of the cardstock here on this card base. And I'm going to be using this really pretty scrolly stitched scroll thing. It's just very, very pretty. Okay, and so what I want to do is, I think I'm going to do it the same way as this. I'm using this for my reference here. I'm going to just take this scroll and I'm going to slant it like that. See that? Okay. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take out my shaded spruce ink. And I'm going to use the leaves that are in this stamp set. See the leaves right here? Okay. And I'm going to do that with shaded spruce. And I think I will do the same and just kind of make the leaves kind of shoot off that way. Right there. There we go. Okay, let's close this up. You see, I've gotten my hand in this ink several times today. But that's all part of stamping, right? Okay, now I'm going to add some embellishments. And in here, we have our embellishments. We've got some bigger leaves, and we have some smaller sprigs of leaves. I think I'm going to take out, let's see. I want to take out one of these small ones. And then I'm going to take out a couple of these that are cut with the insides. I'll take 2 of those like I did the last time. And then I want to take 2 of my little yellow flowers. Okay. And then in the little bags here, we have our little felt embellishments. One orange in lovely lipstick, and this is lovely lipstick, and I think that's Melon Mambo on there. So pretty. So let's see, is that all I got on here? Yeah, I think so. So let's just go ahead and put all of these pieces together, and we're going to need to use some snail adhesive for that. And I'm going to turn these over, these 2 things and this. I'm going to turn this over, and I'm going to just go ahead and apply snail adhesive to all of it. Now it's going to look like a hot mess, but when I flip this over again this way, I can, with my finger or with my adhesive, just remove any excess. Now this is a trick I learned also watching somebody on YouTube. You learn the best tricks. Now I don't remember who I learned this from. I wish that I could remember who I learned it from. Makes me kind of upset that I don't write names down. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put this leaf right about here. Okay, and then I'm going to take these smaller leaves here, or these real decorative leaves, pick them up, turn them upside down. You can see all that adhesive in between here, and just take your adhesive eraser or your finger And just rub until all that adhesive comes off. And because this is a silicone craft sheet, nothing sticks to it. The adhesive does not stick to it. And so when I pick this up, I've got adhesive on the back. Isn't that cool? Oh my goodness. Whoever shared this, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so I'm putting that one there. And I'm going to put this one, I think I'll stick this right about here. Okay. And now I'm going to take this and just put a little bit adhesive on here. And now if you notice, I have some adhesive still left here. What you can do sometimes, if your piece is small enough, just go ahead and pick that adhesive up. Sure, it's sticking on the back. Might as well use it up, right? So I'm going to go ahead and put this little yellow flower here, like that. I'm going to take the other yellow flower. See, is there any more adhesive up here that I can peel off? Yep, there is. Just being a little frugal here. Maybe I'm being ridiculous, but hey, now it's got adhesive on the back, and I didn't have to put any extra. So I'm going to put this little flower right here, and with some more Tombow Mono adhesive, I'm going to go ahead and place a big glob on the back of these little felt pieces. Okay, and we'll put one right here, and we'll put the other one right here. I think you could use Stampin' Dimensionals with this too. I haven't used Stampin' Dimensionals with this. I don't want to hide that yellow flower, so I'm going to move these around a little bit. Okay, I think that's good enough right there. Oops. Yep, you got to make sure that before you move this, make sure that it's dry. Okay. All right, there we go. There's my design. Well, let's move this way here. Okay. And now I'm going to very carefully open this up and fold these in like that. Fold that one in like that. Fold that one over like that. And there we have our little cute little thank you gift. This little purse. Isn't it adorable cute? I love it, love it, love it, love it. So I hope that I've taught you something, and if I have, that's great. And if you need any of the tools and supplies, make sure you pick up this kit. It's wonderful. Love this kit. Just for the embellishments alone. The cards are beautiful, but the embellishments I just absolutely love. So you need any of the tools and supplies that I used in this video, please go to my website at www.geamazingpapercrafts.stampinup.net. All of the supplies are going to be listed in the description of the video. So, also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way you can get notified every time I bring you a new video, okay? So once again, I'm Jeanette with Geamazing Paper Crafts, and you make it a great day. Bye-bye.